Hey guys, I hope you are all having a great weekend, and I hope that the soccer tournament was successful, Gigi and Penelope. I wanted to make a quick video for you because I corrected your homeworks, and I wanted to bring a few things to your attention before we do the test on Tuesday. On this page over here that you had to do about quantities, we had this sentence that started with il manque du fromage. We are missing cheese in order to make something. So over here you had to do the partitive on all of them. So it sounds like this: il manque du fromage, du vin, des pommes, des champignons, du pâté, de la farine, des pommes de terre, et des haricots. Okay? And then on the second half of that page, what you had to do is you had to look at the picture and fill in the quantity. So number 3 and number 4, some of you wrote a bag of apples and a bag of mushrooms. I accepted that because those items are in a bag, but we were given the quantities. So next time try to use the quantity. So on number 3 it would be 1,5 kg de pommes, and on number 4 it would be 300 grams de champignons. Okay, now I think Gigi, it was you who said 1 kilo in livres de pommes, and I liked it that you used both. Une livre means 500 grams, so it's a half a kilo. However, I think I would just use one of them. So I would either use 1,5 kg de pommes or 3 livres de pommes. It just flows a little bit better. And number 8, all of you wrote down une canette de haricots verts, and I'm assuming that you guys Googled how to say can. Well, actually, our book was teaching us une boîte de haricots verts, and the reason for that is because anything that you take out of a can and pour it into a bowl to eat it that way would be a boîte. A canette is also used, but it's used with like beer or soda, because canette is something that's a can, but it has like an opening on the top that you open and then you can drink out of it. So that would be a canette. So anything that's a vegetable or a can of, chicken, or a can of tuna fish, that would be all une boîte. Now over here on the translation page, you guys did a pretty good job translating these words. The only observation I have is that when it comes down to translating verbs, you need to use the infinitive in English. So right here we had that verb s'attaquer à. You have to say to criticize or to fight or to wage war on something. So that first sentence actually meant that the health secretary or the Department of Health wages war on the eating habits of teenagers in the country. So there were a couple of other verbs here that like peser, which means to weigh, or penser, which means to think, or donner, that means to give. Okay, so all of those would have to. You have to use the infinitive form. And it was very interesting to read your opinions about the suggestion or that plan. I would like to discuss that further if we have time next Tuesday after we did the test. Okay, and then the next, the other homework sheet that was actually due the week before when I got sick, that was mostly focusing on the article défini versus the partitive, or just a little conversation with shopping and how to conjugate faire. So let's take a look at this story first. The guy is asking the shop assistant how much the mineral water costs, and some of you wrote 2 euros. Some of you wrote €5. I accepted both. I'm not gonna nitpick with the price, but €5 would be a little bit too expensive for a bottled water. Because remember that the euro is valued similar to the dollar. It's similar to the dollar. I think the dollar might be a little bit stronger right now, but it's very close. So $5 would be expensive even in America for a bottle of mineral water. So the next picture, the lady was asking quelque chose d'autre, something else, anything else, and some of you wrote, no, thank you, that will be it. The picture is showing that he is actually buying other stuff as well. So next time, try to list those things. It looks like he's buying 2 cans of something and some eggs and some milk as well. So when you skip to the third picture, he asks, ça fait combien? So it's an interesting expression. You use faire to say that. You could also say ça coûte combien, coûter, with an accent circumflex on the U means cost. It costs what or how much. Both are correct. Ça fait combien? You all wrote €32, which is what the register said, so that's good. But I'm wondering if the guy is just buying a bottled water, a bottle of mineral water, and nothing else. According to the speech bubbles, like, how do we get to $32 then? So I accepted it because grammatically it was correct. I just want you guys to focus on staying true to the pictures next time, okay? So creating a story that reflects the pictures that they are showing you. And okay, so the next part that I wanted to look at was this part, number 7, where you had to conjugate the verb faire. The problem sentences were 2 and 5 right there, because in both cases you had to just use the infinitive, so you did not have to conjugate faire. On number 2, it says, je vais chercher Sophie, I'm going to find Sophie. On va faire les courses, we are going to do the shopping. So on va. Va is the predicate, okay? That's the verb aller, and it's conjugated already. So no need to conjugate faire, okay? We are going to do the shopping. Even in English, it is an infinitive. This is a structure to express near future, aller, just like going to does that in English. And then on number 5, the question is tu aimes, or the sentence is tu aimes faire les courses alors? You like shopping then? You like shopping then? It's not a question. But the predicate is aimer, okay? So that's what is conjugated. You can see it ending in es, tu aimes. And in that sentence, faire les courses is gonna be the direct object. So you're not going to conjugate that. Tu aimes faire les courses alors? In English, it would be the ing form that you would be using in that sentence. You like shopping then. Okay. And then I wanted to look at these charts right here where you had to say what you like and what you're buying. And so in the first column, you had to use the article défini. So you would say j'aime le fromage, j'aime l'agneau, j'aime les crevettes, j'aime le lait, j'aime la limonade, it's feminine, and j'aime les légumes, okay? And in the second column, you have to switch to the partitive. J'achète du fromage, j'achète d'agneau, j'achète des crevettes, j'achète du lait, j'achète de la limonade, j'achète des légumes. Actually, j'achète de l'agneau. It does need that article. De l'agneau, okay? Now, when you are going to negate these things, I think that was on the last page. Hold on, let me scroll down. Okay, right there. In the first column, even though you're negating it, you're still gonna keep the article défini, okay? And I know it's confusing because we learned that with avoir or the structure il y a. When you negate that and you say il n'y a pas, we switched to de. So every article became de, right? But in this case over here, it's not the case. So we would still say je n'aime pas le fromage, je n'aime pas l'agneau, je n'aime pas les crevettes, je n'aime pas le lait, je n'aime pas la limonade, je n'aime pas les légumes, okay? Now, when you're negating and you're saying that I'm not buying these things, then instead of the partitive, you switch to the. So it would be je n'achète pas de fromage, je n'achète pas d'agneau, je n'achète pas de crevettes, je n'achète pas de lait, je n'achète pas de limonade, and je n'achète pas de légumes. And crevettes and légumes remain in the plural form, okay? You guys all did a good job on answering the question about your family, so that was wonderful. I don't think anybody made mistakes there. So it was asking how many cousins and sisters and brothers you have, or how many, or if you have a cat or a dog. So that was good. So that will be it. Again, I want you to review the slides several times and make sure that you have all that vocabulary, and try to focus on the translations with vouloir and pouvoir, because I might have some of those sentences on the test. And then all those verbs, you will have to be able to conjugate them, and also focus on the vocabulary that that was in the book and in the Alexa videos, okay? And on Tuesday, I will have a little treat for you. This is our last test. Yay, you're done. You're done with testing. That's exciting. And I just wanted to surprise you with a little something. And after we're done with the test, I actually would like to make a video with the Lord's Prayer, if you guys are okay with that. And what I would like to do is, I would like to tape you and give you lines to say, and each one of you will have two turns, and then I will tape it separately. I'll probably be emailing you your lines either later today or tomorrow. And Emma has an app, and so she will be able to take those videos and lace them together. So it will be one, we will hear the Lord's Prayer once, but it will be the four of you reciting it, each one of you having two turns. And I wanted to have that as a memory, and give it to you as a memory. I'm also very proud of you that you guys all learned the Lord's Prayer. That was a bit of a challenge, and I know you worked very hard on that. So I would like your parents to see that, and possibly share it on the LCA Mom Facebook page, so that our school community know how hard we worked, and that we learned that. And I'm thinking it might also create some interest in the French class. I actually applied to teach French for 5th to 8th graders next year on Fridays, and I've got some students in that class, and I'm excited about that. But I didn't have enough students to start or to continue the high school class, and that's okay. So I will take a year off and then come back to it next year and see if there is any further interest, and if not, then I will just be doing the Friday class for the younger kids. So again, I hope you guys are having a great weekend, and work hard so that you can get a good grade on this last final test. I'll see you guys all on Tuesday. All right, bye.